Hello guys, it's me, Salty Princess, and today I'm here to talk about The Last of Us Remake. So, first of all, I want to say that this video will contain spoilers for The Last of Us 1, Last of Us Left Behind, and The Last of Us Part 2. So please be careful if you haven't played or watched the game, and if you want to do so, and if you don't care about spoilers and or have played the game, please enjoy the video. And yeah, so let's get on with the video. The first thing I want to talk about is about gameplay and graphics improvements. So in my opinion, The Last of Us has a pretty solid gameplay and graphics by today's standards, even though it's a 2014 game. So with this remake, I guess I would expect for them to kinda update it to like The Last of Us Part 2 level of graphics, considering that I will probably use the same engine as they used in The Last of Us Part 2, so we can expect the same graphics from The Last of Us 2, and gameplay I would guess kind of the same, just adapted to like Joel's style of fighting and shooting and stuff. But I think it would be pretty much the same thing. And the next point I want to talk about is about what kind of weapons we can expect in the game. In terms of fire weapons, I think they're going to use pretty much the same weapons. I don't think they're going to change what weapons you'll use. I don't think that would make sense for them to change. I think that they're going to change the upgrade system, and they're going to make it similar to the upgrade system in The Last of Us Part 2, which, for example, if you upgraded the magazine of your pistol, you would see the like a larger magazine next time you like aim the pistol, for example. So I think they're going to make that because it's a thing that didn't happen in the first Last of Us, and it was a really cool change in my opinion on the second one. So I don't think it would make sense for them to not add that in the remake. And the next thing is melee weapons. I think they might change the melee weapons, because in The Last of Us 2 we had a really cool system with the melee weapons, where for example you had heavy weapons and you had light weapons. Like you had small hatchets and machetes, which were quick, and you needed like 3 or 4 hits to kill someone. And then you had like big weapons like fire axes and big hammers, and you only needed like, for example, 1 or 2 hits to kill an enemy. So I think it would be really cool to see Joel using those melee weapons, and for them to add a bit more variety in the remake. I would love to see that myself. The next point I want to talk about is show characters. So for all of you who don't know, HBO and Naughty Dog are currently working on a The Last of Us show, and the show is going to star I don't know how to talk English, I'm so sorry. The show is going to have Pedro Pascal as Joel, Bella Ramsey as Ellie, Gabriel Luna as Tommy, and I've seen some people talking about that they will, in the remake, update the looks of the characters, like make Joel look like Pedro Pascal in the game, and Ellie like Bella Ramsey. And while I think it's very possible, myself, I wouldn't like that. I would prefer if they kept the original characters in the game, like the looks of like the original characters in the game, and they would keep it different from the show. But yeah, that's just a matter of preference and opinion. I think it's pretty possible that they might do that. I guess we just have to wait and see. And next thing I want to talk about is about new characters and new scenes they might add. So they are going to add in the Last of Us show they're going to add, for example, Frank. For all of you who don't know, Frank is a character that only appears dead in the first game, and they actually hired an actor to play Frank, and we're like, Frank is dead. Why are they going to add characters to play a dead man? That will make no sense. I agree. So they are obviously planning on bringing Frank alive in the show, and they're going to add new scenes and new story stuff. And while I don't think we're going to see Frank alive in the game, because it wouldn't make sense, because we're playing through Joel's and Ellie's eyes, obviously they never meet Frank alive, so we wouldn't see that in the game. But we would possibly see other scenes that they might add in the show, because they confirmed that the show is going to have stuff that is not included in the original game, so we will probably see new scenes in the game. So I think that would be a pretty good reason for them to make a remake, because I don't think it would make sense for them to make a show where they're going to add new content that is not included in the main game, and then make a remake of the main game and not add that new content. I think that would be a wasted opportunity, to be honest. So in my opinion, we're going to have new scenes in the remake, which is really cool, if you ask me, and I'm really excited. And the other topic I want to talk about is we're going to have a new character in the show called Perry, and apparently he's going to be a pretty important character from like what we've seen, and Perry is not in the original game. So again, why wouldn't they add him to the remake? I don't think that would make sense, and I think it would be pretty cool to see again new characters, because apparently from what they said, Perry is a character that impacted the story of the main game. We just don't know about it yet. We don't know what he did, but apparently in the show we're going to see why some stuff happened and how it happened because of Perry. So I think we'll see that new character in the remake, and it will be honestly amazing. Again, it wouldn't make sense for them not to do it, in my opinion. Okay, and the next topic I want to talk about, it's more of a theory. I don't really have any proof to back it, and it's kind of a wild guess, but I think we're going to have new content after the end of the original game in this new remake, because we had The Last of Us 2, and again I'm going to say spoilers for The Last of Us 2. In The Last of Us 2 we have a character called Abby, and obviously if you guys play the game you know what she did. She is the daughter of the doctor that Joel kills, and in The Last of Us 2 she kills Joel and gets a revenge, right? And I think it would be pretty cool if we saw after the ending of the original game, if we had a little bit of gameplay or cutscenes with Abby and the Fireflies explaining how she felt after her father died, things they did, how they moved on from that hospital part after Joel killed them all. I think that would be amazing to see, and I think if they don't do it in the remake, I think it would be kind of a wasted opportunity. So I don't see why not do that, but I guess we'll have to see when and if the remake ever comes out. And yeah, I forgot to mention, but the remake is not confirmed yet, but by the things we see, it's pretty much people are sure that the remake is going to come out. We just haven't had an official announcement, but at least myself, I think it's going to happen. And yeah, the next thing I want to talk about is left behind content. So in the show they're going to Left Behind has lots of parts that are important to the story. For example, when Ellie got bit, and how she took care of Joel after he had his injury on the university, and that's pretty important to the story in my opinion, even though it's a DLC in the original game. I think in the show they're going to put I think they're going to make it in chronological order, because you play the DLC after the main game, but the DLC happens in the middle of the main game. So I think in the show they're going to place Left Behind like in the middle of the events, and I think in the remake they're going to do the same. So we can expect a longer game, a longer Ellie episode, because yeah, the when you play as Ellie in the main game is right after the Left Behind events. So it would be really cool, like in my opinion, if they remade Left Behind and they added it in the main game. I think that would be simply amazing and super cool. But yeah, we'll see when the game comes out. So now I want to discuss the release date, and you guys are like, what the fuck, the game hasn't even been announced yet and you're talking about release status. Yeah. So if I'm correct and they released the game to adapt to the HBO show, it would make sense if they kind of released the game around the same time as they released the show. And while there's no release date for the show yet, it all points that the show is going to be released around 2022. The show is already being recorded, by the way, so I guess we can expect the show like for mid 2022, late 2022, and I think the game is going to be released either on 2023 or 2022, and I think we should expect an announcement for the remake around the same time as the show releases. Basically, I think that's what's going to happen, but that's just my opinion. I'm no expert, I have no inside information, so take my the things I said as theories and guesses, and yeah, that's just my opinion. I'm honestly pretty excited about this remake, and I really want to play it. I really want to see it come out. It's going to be a PS5 game, obviously, so you can expect great gameplay, great frames, great graphics, and you guys already played. If you guys already played, you know how good this game is. So there's lots of things to look forward to, in my opinion. So yeah, tell me in the comments if you're excited about the remake. Tell me what are you excited about the remake. Tell me if you would prefer a prequel, The Last of Us 3, or the remake. Honestly, I really wanted to see a prequel of The Last of Us. I don't know if it's ever going to happen, but I'm quite happy if they release the remake. So hey guys, I'm Salty Princess. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and follow me on Twitch. The link is going to be down below. Also consider joining my Discord server. The link is also going to be on the description. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video. I hope you have a great day, great week, and yeah, stay awesome.